sir. I got this.
Hey folks, this is IO Ether, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Mulberry. Yep, that seems to be how you pronounce his name. And he's in the Grand Finals edition of the M41 Bulldog. Woot! I always wanted one of these. I never got around to getting one. It is way too expensive, but I get the feeling that Mulberry is going to show us why this thing is worth having around. He is running some 100 octane gas instead of a fire extinguisher, so if he gets set on fire, he's gonna burn long and hard. Let's pump up that mini map so we can all actually see it, mostly me obviously. And before we get started, as always, hit that like button if you enjoy this. Please do share with your friends. The best way for this channel to grow is for you guys to tell people that you think would be interested about it, and of course if you want to help decide what the next feature game is going to be, then head on over to Patreon, and for $1 you can get in on that action. Thank you so much to all my Patreon supporters. And well, look at us. We're going to scout down this flank. This is a great bush to do this from, except it's hard. You can't get a whole lot of shots from here without... Ooh, nice job getting lit. But Mulberry doesn't really care. Goes ahead and takes it, the RU-251, and then does a nice, cute little 180 spin there. You know, because why not? Oh, look at that. We found an enemy T-49. That's not somebody we want to go head-to-head with. Shot misses the IS-6, and so Mulberry pops out and puts a shell into the T-49, pulls back, does not get shot. And he auto-locks onto the guy. He's going to wait till he goes in a straight line. Nice job. Throws a shot into him. Gets lucky and does not get hit by return fire. And yes, that was lucky. He waited a bit long there. Would have preferred to see him aiming instead of auto-aiming that shot, because he was scoped in anyway. He might as well have aimed the shot himself, and then he would be able to pull back a lot faster. He didn't get hit, but, you know, thinks you can do better. Oh, look at that. We've already lost an ISU-122S, unfortunately. Yeah, and we looks like we have a... Whoop. Sorry, guys, trying to get as many of these games out as possible, so you guys have stuff to watch while I'm moving. And sleeping is getting hard to come by. Yeah. Oh. Whoopsies. So he bounces a shot off the Tiger because he auto-aimed. That's why it missed. If he had been aiming, he would have aimed for the side and not for the worst possible spot, which is where the auto-aim had just locked onto. And then he skids sideways using the e-brake turn and takes out his own cover, allowing himself to be shot. That's just unfortunate, but quite funny. Looks like there's a Type 4 Heavy down the one line. Are we going to go take it out, or are we going to... Good Lord, seriously. Push up the middle, apparently. There is no one on the enemy team holding this middle. It does need to be noted that there is a T-49 loose on the enemy team. And as we pump shots into this low, we do need to remember that at any point in time, this guy could randomly pop up as close as 30 feet away from us, and that would be trouble, because he will likely shotgun us before he ever appears, if in fact he's that close to us. Most likely he's on this line over here helping the Type 4 Heavy, but he could be in any of the bushes along here, or any of the bushes along here, or any of the bushes back here. So yeah. Oops, as we dodge a shell from our Scorpion, we start putting shells into this E75. I don't like this auto aim. Nope, good. Oh, that would have been a side of the turret shot. Come on, shoot the side of the turret. Okay, well, I guess that worked too. And this is a good time to not be here. Sneaking a shell into the E-75 just before he would have shot you. That was a gutsy move, but obviously it paid off. Now we know where the T-49 is. He's over here. We can advance a lot more aggressively. We don't have to worry about there suddenly being a T-49 with a HE surprise for us. Tiger II fires, come in behind the VK. This is a great use of auto aim. Go ahead and concentrate on driving, not worry about where he's shooting. And now he's gonna get on through here and go take it. Ooh, T-49 is dead. There's a Freddy and a Scorpion G back here somewhere, though. We're gonna have to go take on those guys. Come on, guys, show yourselves, and don't show yourself by shooting us, because I prefer not to get shot. I'm sure Mulberry would prefer not to get shot, but most likely they're actually both over here supporting this Type 4. Yep, looks like they're not on this side of the map. Mulberry is going to try and do some scouting. Okay, I'm going to pause this here. A great way to advance up this line, especially if you know there are enemies over here, is to come up through this bush into this bush, and that will get you a pretty decent field of vision. If you get spotted here, or if you don't get spotted here and you have Sixth Sense, you can pop up and then roll backwards into this dip again, and if you get lit that way, then you know that people spot you coming out of this bush. If you don't, you have a decent chance of being able to make it to these bushes here without getting lit. Even if you do, then you can start juking and dodging as you go downhill and gain speed. And it's a good way to light people on this ridgeline without getting killed. We're going to see what Mulberry does, though, as he looks like he's going into this bush, which is one I do not prefer. Though it's it's just as efficient as the bush over there for the initial spots. Oh, look at that. Moves over to these bushes. And he's in fact going to try and run the line. And he does not get lit. Good job getting into this bush. It's really critical. Getting into the next bush is unlikely from this point in time without getting lit. But doesn't look like anybody's paying attention on this side. Mulberry pushes forward. He does get right up to this ridge line. And this is a really important stage. Because if you can get here without getting lit, that's great. But even if you get lit here, you still have the front side of that ridge to take cover behind. Oh, there's the Ferdinand way over there. That's not where we expected him at all. Oh, actually, he's not as far away as I actually thought he was. But that's not the point. Good job. And then we're going to go after this Type 4. And as long as we can get the size on this Type 4, this guy won't be able to do a thing about us being there. Just pulling right beside him. Good play. And just park next to him. Be his friend forever. Oh, we got fire flush into these sides because the side armor is still bad. Oh, ooh, look at that. You are taller than I thought you were, good sir. And so he is actually able to point his gun down far enough to shoot us. So if Mulberry doesn't juke shells, basically pull back and forwards at random intervals to avoid the swinging cannon, he's going to have some issues. I have no doubt the Type 4 is going to die before he's a real issue, though. Alright, nice juke. And finishing off the Type 4. Good play. Mastery Badge Ace Tanker, Spotter, Fighter, and Fire Perfect. Mulberry shows that he knows how to play this tank. He knows how to play scout tanks, but he's also very aggressive in them. And that's really well done. Really well played. Not too many mistakes. It was actually quite well done. Unfortunately, not able to snag the high caliber because of the amount of damage our 110 put out. But that's okay. I mean, the CIA, hard to beat, right? But anytime you are in a scout tank and you get top on damage done and experience earned, that is truly impressive. That's hard to do. And he also did actually get some spotting done, so he was in fact spotting for his team who do you get damage on? Oh, the Fredney and the Ramato, of course. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, spying on the E. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're just going to forget about that. 22 shots fired, 17 hits. I would have liked to have seen him aim a couple more of those shots when he was scoped in anyway. But good use of auto aim when he was traveling and shooting. Well played, good sir. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you did enjoy this, please hit that like button. Tell your friends about it if you want the channel to grow. That is the fastest and best way. And, of course, if you want to have a say in the next feature game, then head on over to Patreon and it will cost you $1. Thank you so much. Have a great night. This is IO Aether out.